It is 9:52 in the morning of Wednesday the 19th. I didn't start work until Tuesday because of dental appointments, and I think hopefully that's all done. I am in Wister, Oklahoma, supposedly to pick up stone for a multi-load or multi-stop pickup. Unfortunately, there's an issue with the PO numbers not matching up with the specific locations I'm assigned to go to based on my load assignment. So going through this process of trying to, I'm at the shipper here, and they confirmed to me that one of the places I go to, he said they normally don't have anybody pick up their stuff except them, like they have their own trucks. So he's kind of puzzled because the PO number I provided for them was not correct. And in fact, it's not even in the system. One of the PO numbers I have for the place that I'm going to in Little Rock, Arkansas, if I understand that correctly, is a piece, because here I'm in Wister, Oklahoma, but the piece I'm supposed to pick up is currently in Arkansas and not ready for pickup. So, but one of the 3 PO numbers I have is available in here to go to Little Rock. But I'm supposed to be picking up some material that goes to Muskogee, Oklahoma. And that's for a location that he said, that's the one where he said normally they don't have anybody take their stuff. In fact, when I first walked into their office, they, very kind people. Yeah, he let me know, I don't have, before I even said hi, he's like, I don't have Maverick on my schedule for today. And I was like, He asked me if I have PO numbers. And sometimes I get load assignments that don't have pickup numbers or PO numbers. But since I'm on I usually end up, as a driver, we just give them the name of the location of where we're delivering, and then they pull up that order. But that isn't always the case. Well, this time my load assignment didn't have any of that information for picking up any of the load information. I just expected I'd be going inside. There's somebody coming to talk to me again. He was coming over to, because this was asked on a previous video where somebody was approaching me. He wanted to sell me some beef jerky, but I'm not really into beef jerky. Anyway, so right now I've probably been here, I don't know how long I've been here. How long have I been here? So an hour and 14 minutes, not too bad. They have some rock down here, but there was a previous drop trailer that went up over the hill. You can kind of see up on the ridge there, or I'll zoom in for you. There's the top of the truck. I think he's getting loaded up there, which is probably where I would get loaded if I had all the correct information. So, but since I don't, I get to wait. I have made one phone call, but primarily I do my communication through the OmniTrack. So it is so there is
messaging
documentation of the goings on, because when you talk on the phone there is no record of what was discussed. But I sent a message in letting them know. I'm sorry, this is really shaky. Sent in the message letting them know the issue. They came back, my first message was, I don't have any PO numbers, and that's what they want. So they came back, gave me some PO numbers, and come to find out 2 of the 3 numbers that I have are don't line up with the plans they have inside. So it's odd that I'm communicating with them with my company And basically there's got to be a communication going on between the company I'm picking up with and my company, aside from what I'm doing. So it's kind of an unusual feeling because I go inside and talk and they say, no, I need different information. But I come out to talk to my company, and in turn, they should be talking to each other. And hopefully this will get resolved without me having to go inside again and find out I have inaccurate information. Because this is the shipper. This is not... It's not a receiver. It's not anybody. This is who Maverick has contracted to pick up from. So hopefully that will get resolved, and it could end up in a number of different resolutions. Either way, I'm perfectly fine with it. That's what's going on for now. When my week started in Madison, Illinois, I ended up going across the street 1 mile away to pick up some urea, animal feed products, or they use for the manufacture, magnesium and urea in the manufacturing of animal feed. And I delivered that just 20 miles down the road. And now I'm here, and we will see how this week goes. But when I first picked up the animal feed, I had a leak in one of my drive tires, what some people refer to as super singles, or others refer to as low profile tires. But I guess I can get out and show you. Put on my shoes. As I wait for information. So now, there was a tire that was leaking on the front over there, and I assumed I would go in and they would replace it or fix it. And what happened was they ended up giving me 4 brand new tires, and it's quite an aggressive tread. And under the load I had, I could actually feel the truck handled differently. Because the previous tires had siping in the treads. I think it was more of what I would classify as a winter or wet weather tire, where this is solid lug, very aggressive tread. And I could tell the way that the truck handled that it was either due to the tires or the heavy load I had, because it was about 47,000 pounds worth of urea on the back of my truck. And I thought it was pretty well balanced, but it seemed like I had to turn my wheel more. I had to give it a little extra encouragement to get my truck to go where I wanted it to, and which was disheartening, because you want your truck to respond right away. And so I'm not sure if it was the way it was loaded, because I got the tires right, 1 mile away from where I picked it up. So I have no idea right now how that may have affected the way the truck drove. So we'll see when I get this load to see if it behaves differently. Because once driving here empty, it was no problems. I couldn't. It was like a normal truck again, the way I was used to it feeling when I drove or drive. So we'll see if it handles differently now. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to get loaded here. One of the options is they ended up canceling this and sending me to Fort Smith, is where I thought I was going to go, because it's only 30 minutes away. Get some steel bar and go somewhere. But as is typical, when I'm really close to Fort Smith, they send me other places, and when I'm far away from Fort Smith, they send me to Fort Smith. But that's just the way it works out based on the loads that are available. So we'll see what happens. I'm now at the top of the hill, and I don't know if you can make it out very well, but this is the saw shop where they cut up big rocks into smaller rocks. So you can, put it on the side of your house, fireplace, or interior to make things look cooler. And you can see there's a big saw over there. So what it turned out is, even though my work assignment, turn that down so we don't hear Mom. It's a multi-load assignment, and apparently the second stop I'm going to is a pickup and not a delivery, even though by looking at this, it says description delivery, not pickup. So that may have been some of the confusion. Now, the other interesting fact is, I think I'm hauling out of this particular location 2 tons worth of material. Just 2. And that's not a whole lot. You know, it's like maybe close to 4,000 pounds, which is nothing for this truck. So the guy pulled up on his forklift, and he kind of smiled and looked at my truck, and he says, well, I'm gonna go find it. And he's if it focuses, he's over there. Lights just turned on, that fuzzy, yeah, there you go. He'll get the 2 items, bring it over here, put it on the truck, and then we'll go. So I'll load it as far forward as I can, because I don't know how much I'm getting at the second stop. Somebody's coming to talk to me. Time to go. I picked up this second part of my load. I knew it might be heavy. So I'm at 79,220, which is below 80, which is I'm good for. But see that, sorry, I've been working because I didn't want to drive back and get readjusted. My trailer axles, I'm allowed to have 40,000 pounds on, so that's good. I'm allowed to have 11 on my front, 34 on my drives. Woo! Winded. So I have 240 pounds to adjust. I'm on half a tank of fuel. I'll make it there without refueling, so I don't have to add weight by buying fuel. I still got some things to do, but let me show you what I got. So I still got to set this chain and put some bungees on here. But this is what I picked up first. These two. This was my first stop that I spent 4 hours at waiting for. It's like 3,000 pounds worth of stuff. And then I showed up to, and I didn't know what I was going to get next. Funny how that works. And I used every strap, and I had to start breaking out 2-inch straps for all this brick. 46,167 pounds worth. And instead of having trip chains, what I did is I moved, I don't know, close to 200 pounds worth of lumber off of my landing gear area and moved it back here with chains. And I still got to put some, I got to strap this down with, see, I start working and I can't think because I'm just thinking about working. I've got to secure this chain, put some bungees on it, same thing with this side. But I decided, hey, why not use it as trip chain slash, what's the term called? I'll think of it here, my mind's gone blank. It's a wall of protection, and there's a term for it. You'll probably think of it before I do. See, I'm stuck with the word trip in my mind, and that's not what it is. It's a wall. Crap. It's gonna bug me until I think of it. And I don't know why they decided to I couldn't get out of my truck. I had to strap somewhere else. They put this on the side. I would have preferred it that'd be in the middle. Whatever. What is that thing called? And I've got time. I'm not going to be able to drive there tonight because they don't have parking. So, and I've got more than enough time to get there, and it doesn't deliver until tomorrow. Bulkhead. It's called a bulkhead. So I just kind of did an improvised bulkhead in the back. Instead of just a trip chain, I put a whole modified bulkhead slash trip chain. Same thing on the front. It's like I've got 8,000 pounds worth of securement on that very first product, which only weighs like 500 pounds. In this, I'm just securing my lumber down. I'm taking as much weight from the front and moving it towards the back to scale back on that 240 pounds. I suppose I could run a few times around the block and sweat off a few pounds, but I used to have 10 boards, 4 chains, and 4 ratchets, and that's, well, all of that together is over, in my estimation, over 240 pounds, even though I put part of it up here, which is okay. I just got to finish it. And see this? This is stuff I worry about. I've never hauled this from this company before, and I'm gonna have to get that other brick that I see right there, throw it in that trash can. So I'm gonna have to, I'm only 20 miles from where I picked up, and this brick, I can only hope that, as you can see, it's strapped, all stacks with these plastic straps that way, and one plastic strap per unit this way, and they move it with forklift like that, so whatever. I wish, I need to secure this chain back here. So there's some product things I need to do still. I just wanted to kind of give you an update on my progress now that I've changed things around at this Love's. It was the first cat scale I could get to. The options are I drive back to the shipper and have them take one of their bundles and throw it back here, and that would fix it. But I don't want to add another 20 miles to my outer route, so I'm just doing it by myself because it's only 240 pounds. If we were talking thousands of pounds over on the drive axles, then I would have to go back there and have them adjust it, because they don't have scales there. And they were a little worried when I showed up and said I have stuff on my truck. And I'm like, I don't plan these things. This is what my company told me to do. They had me go to that place and then to you. And they're like, can you haul 46,176 pounds? And I'm like, thinking in my head, yeah. And I can, because I still got 780 pounds I could throw on the back of my flatbed if I wanted to. But I'm not going to. So anyway, that's it for now. I'm gonna straighten the rest of this stuff up, secure it down, get back on the road. It's only, this place that I'm delivered to is only 3 hours from where I'm at right now. So luckily I don't have to go very far. These kind of loads make me nervous because there's so little holding these bricks on. I'm basically counting on this plastic strap to secure it tightly enough. I think from what I understand, I'm supposed to be picking up some plastic edge protectors, but I don't even have enough steel edge protectors that I could have put down underneath these straps. But the edges are a little bit rounded on these bricks, so I'm less concerned about them tearing or anything or cutting. The thing that I'm worried about is these things like this, and of course what I found on my deck already. 2 pieces. This obviously came out of here while I was driving, and that piece right there came out while I was driving, or when they put it on the deck. I didn't see that when I was strapping down. So, man, the things we get to deal with as a flatbed driver. So, if you just want to close the doors and not have to think about your load, you might want to drive dry van. I'm just saying.